proprietress here at the Forum Bowling Lanes for the 12th Quaker State Open. And here's a man who has had a fantastic record in that, Mark Roth, coming up here in this semifinal match against his roommate, Joe Berardi.
High five. And here they go. I mentioned that for Joe Berardi, 32nd television appearance in the finals, trying to win back-to-back after last week. Well, he put it on his roommate early. Now, when you consider all the telecasts, this is his 119th television appearance. What a record.
I believe the greatest natural ability ever to step on the approach. Mark Roth.
Left with the 7-pin on the right lane, the winner of 33 PBA titles.
The familiar profile of Mark Roth. 2, 3, look at those steps. 4, 5, 6, 7-step delivery today. The powerful wrist action, very little turn, good accuracy arm swing, and just that great natural ability. Nice loose swing, powerful legs.
And the man that won here 10 years ago has just blown first frame, missing the 7.
Unusual for Mark Roth as he queries what happened on that lane. You see the ball sliding right down the middle instead of taking that familiar break that he's used to and covering the 7-pin. And needless to say, I would say one of the greatest spare makers in the game. You don't get to be the top, leaving many open frames, but Roth has done it right here. Let's see if that unsettles him, the experienced player, or he steps back and really cranks up that strike ball.
Well, in this case, on the left lane, he has left the 2-4 and a look of concern on his face. Let's watch the pin fall again on that last shot.
Roth, as he's quickly up on the approach, getting ready to shoot the 2 and 4 pins, just slides by the head pin, the left-hand lane. He'll just throw a rocket straight at the 2-pin, drive them both back.
Okay. The 1-2 punch of ABC, Pro Bowlers Tour and Wide World.
Roth, let's see if he went to school on Roth's 7-pin. He drills it right across the lane. We're seeing something that we've seen the last few weeks in the championship round of the Professional Bowlers Tour. The players starting to come up light in the pocket as we go farther on through the telecast. And what is simply happening is the oil, which is laid down on the lane surface by the PBA lane maintenance crew, is being carried a little bit farther down the lane by the action of the bowling balls rolling down. It makes it harder to get that sharp break on the pocket. What a player needs to go is hard and straight right towards the 1-3. Just like that.
Like that. Joe Berardi using a couple of bowling balls here in his quest for a back-to-back title. But now Mark Roth, spare up, shooting in the 3rd.
Once again, coming in light. We saw Roth come in light, leave a 7-pin in the first frame as the ball slides by, leaving the 2, 4, and 5 pins. He had a 2-4 combination in the second, 2, 4, 5 here in the third. He needs to make one of two type of adjustments. One, either slow the ball speed down or move slightly to the right on the approach.
Mark Roth, winner of the Young Memorial Award for High Average, 5 years, including a record over 222. The average leaders here in 88.
Roth off to a tremendous start. He does hold the all-time record at over 220, around 221 for 36 tournaments in the season. Walter Ray and some of the other top 5 players, but Roth's not worried about average right now. He needs some money. He needs to get some strikes right now.
We're in our 3rd match, the semifinal. More of it after this. There he is, from Roanoke, Texas, living golf legend, Byron Nelson. And we're delighted, Nelson, ABC, and his wife, Peggy. We're delighted that we're going to, again, be televising the Byron Nelson Classic the 2nd week in May.
That will be an excellent tournament as usual. You know, Chris, the bowling has been in the doldrums for the last, let's say, 15 minutes as we saw Berardi and Voss struggle through that second game. Now, as we get ready to start the halfway point of the semifinal match, we're watching Berardi wait for a re-rack. I believe the action's ready to pick up. You always see in match play a little bit of slow time, but now the time is now to throw strikes. Spares will not win any more matches. Berardi leads by 14, has a strike up in the third, can extend his lead to 24 over Roth with an additional strike. Here we go.
And there is a high hit. And the result, 3-6-7-10.
Too fancy. What he has to do is get the ball over here in the 3-6 zone, slide that 3-pin over into the 7, and convert that spare in order to maintain his lead.
Okay. Well, he did your tip from the other side, Bo. Our peekaboo look at.
Great shot by Berardi. The 3-pin goes right into the 7-pin, drives it down, maintains the lead over Roth, keeps the pressure on. Now he's up on the lane he's had so much success with. Lane 39 here at Forum.
Leaves the bucket on the left lane, 2-4-5-8.
Berardi nice and relaxed, and sometimes that can be actually debilitating or self-defeating out there on the lanes. He won the tournament last week. He was all amped up. Now he's trying to have a little bit too much finesse. You have to charge in these one-game matches. You never can let an opponent lie down.
And Joe was the third seed last week when he won the tournament, as was Amleto Monticelli before him. Between these two boys from Brooklyn, they have never been worse than 11th in 4 tournaments. Oh, he wanted that double. Really, we had a chance to ask Mark what he had to guard against in order to advance a little better than last week.
I'd have to say keep my speed consistent and try not turning the ball early. When I turn the ball early, the ball hooks early, or if I make an adjustment, I get it wide and leave a washout. I just have to be consistent and stay loose and go out and make good shots today.